This is the science to freeing yourself. Listen guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I have had a very rough week, and I don't know if you can tell, maybe it's not that apparent, but this kitchen is not ready and primed for this video. It's nighttime, one. There's some baguettes in the toaster, there's some cuckoo sabzi on the stove. You can see some pickles and tomatoes and just random little things here that have nothing to do with what I'm about to record. And I feel like this right here, right now, is such an important lesson. Discipline. The Sanskrit word for that is tapas. T-A-P-A-S. Tapas. Discipline. I always say it like this. There's nothing sweeter than getting to the other side of discipline. Man, whenever you're like trying to be disciplined, when you're trying to be consistent, whenever you're trying to show up and do the dang thing, it's hard, it hurts. You want to give up, you want to quit. I did a little mini lesson with my mom and my mother-in-law, and I realized that I really need to scale back because one, it's overwhelming for the student, and two, to be honest, like it's overwhelming for me as well. Like I felt this pressure to get everything across when really breaking something down, you can actually get so much more across like in little bite-sized pieces because it allows for so much more space to go deeper. Anyway, today's lesson for me is that I've had a really rough week. I've had every excuse in the book to not show up, to not be consistent with my Saturday posting on YouTube. And I've had all the thoughts running in my head that like, nobody cares. Nobody's gonna notice. Nobody's watching your videos anyway. Whatever like self-negating thoughts that you could think of, I've had them. So here's a real life example. I'm showing up. This is my consistency. This is my tapas. This is my discipline. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna be just teaching you guys how to make doogh, or if I was gonna be teaching you how to make cuckoo sabzi, or the Instant Pot over there, which I forgot to mention, is full of soup right now. So this kitchen, there has been cooking happening in this kitchen, despite all of the obstacles that I've been faced with this week and today alone. Whether they're like in actual reality obstacles, which there have been, or just mental blocks, those kind of obstacles, I'm here. I'm going to teach you guys how to make doogh because this drink could potentially change your life if you've never had it before. So we got plain yogurt. I'm using whole milk so that it's just more creamy. This is a new yogurt. We are new to this city that we're living in right now, so we still haven't found like the yogurt that we love, which is making me start to think that I may need to start making my own yogurt again, and that will be quite the journey. But for now, I'm just testing out different options. Whatever container you have, you're gonna want to start off with, like, I eyeball so much, so it's really hard for me to tell you guys an exact amount, but some mint. It's dry mint, and I put it in the palm of my hand. I'm just kind of rub my palms together to get the dry herb as ground as possible. You don't have to do that, but I just do. Got about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of dry mint right now, and less. And if you have dried shallots, sometimes I have dried shallots from overseas that I bring, and I'll kind of grind it in a mortar and pestle. But my father-in-law has gone back overseas, and I've asked him to bring back powdered dried shallots just to skip that step. I have never looked for it here in America. I know there's onion powder here and garlic powder. So whenever I don't have like dried shallots, I use a little bit of garlic powder. This is optional. If you don't like that, garlicky taste, you can skip it. But the shallots are really good. I guess you could try fresh salads, but I couldn't vouch for whether or not that would turn out good. So let's just mix this together. So if you've been watching my videos, you've probably caught on to the fact that I don't measure stuff. I really eyeball it, but you'll see. I'm gonna explain what's happening here. I'm gonna start adding the water and mixing. And the reason why it's not always fair to give an exact measurement is because people have like a personal preference. Some people like their yogurt drink to be like thicker, and some people like it to be thinner. So you have to find your sweet spot. So it's starting to have the consistency that I like. I'm more on like the thicker, creamy side. I really like. And you can't go wrong with having it a little bit more of a thicker consistency, because if anybody wants it to be more watered down, it's easy to add water, but it's not easy to make it creamier. Pour some ice. Give it a taste. Decide on the taste where I need to go from here. All right. It's really good. I feel like what my taste buds are telling me, it needs more sourness, and that's gonna really be impacted by the flavor of your yogurt. I would not add lemon juice to this. I would not add anything to make it sour. I could, I guess, get into this. Like, you can make your own homemade yogurt that's sour. If you have access to Bulgarian yogurt is super sour and super good. If you make kefir at home, you can also just let it sit longer, and that will also become more sour. And I make doogh with kefir as well, like store-bought, like what is that brand, Lifeway. Just had a bottle here. That'll be good too. I mean, it's got a good enough tang to make it like the sourness, but it's like there's, like I said, personal preference in terms of like the consistency that you want, but there's even preference in terms of like the level of sourness that you want. And there's even a little bonus. You can make it with carbonated water as well. And you can even get the carbonated effect from super sour kefir. But I will tell you, like in this household, me and my husband like it both sour, we like it carbonated, we like it like mild. We can have doogh in pretty much any shape or form, just not sweet. No, I don't even think any Iranian really likes it sweet. And my mother-in-law, on the other hand, like she cannot drink doogh if it's too sour. Like she just can't. She can't enjoy it. She doesn't like it. And she's not a fan of it being carbonated either. So if you are up for the journey of finding out like how you like your doogh, it is very much worth it, because it is so satisfying, and it is a much healthier alternative to pretty much any other drink that's not water. Because I can't think of any drink that's healthier. If you can think of a drink that's healthier than doogh and water, share it with me. And okay, I don't know, maybe green juice. But even green juice can be debatable. And if anybody wants to debate it, I can bring my husband and he will debate it for you. So, like I said, I feel like this needs a little bit more sourness. I'll add a little bit more yogurt. I'm pretty sure this yogurt is not sour. That must be the deal. I should have tasted it. Oh, it is not sour at all. It is like borderline sweet. I'm not kidding when I say that I'm like trying all the yogurts in this town that I can get my hands on. International markets, Walmart, anywhere. creamy, so it might not be bad, actually. So it's a lot harder to mix in the yogurt whenever you've already added your water. That's why I really encourage you to put your yogurt, put your spices, mix it up, and then add the water, and then, yes, you can make adjustments, but that initial base, that initial yogurt drink base is a lot easier to start with. I love my DOOGH thick. And when I make DOOGH, it makes me think of a dish that I'm definitely going to record for you guys in the summer months when it gets warmer out. It's called AYURVEDIC, and whew, it is. What is the word for it? There's a word for it. Gazpacho? Like cold soup? It is like amazing. Uh-oh. My toddler. He's sick. He's awake. I will tend to him. So let me just, that Greek yogurt is thick. Let me just taste this and then go take care, baby. Okay, it's a little bit better. I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add more water, and I'm gonna add more ice. You guys forgive me.